Okay, Vicky, I'll probably do this in a couple of sections. So first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do this package, you know, the one which you open up. Let me just move the camera down. This is the one I'm going to do first. This is the one that opens up like a star. And it opens up again, and you can put something inside. This is a 12 by 12 paper. I'm going to demonstrate with a 4 by 4 paper because I haven't got much room here. Put that to the side. You take your 4 by 4 square piece of paper, and you've got to fold it into 3. You can either measure it off, so with a ruler. I'm terrible, I don't measure anything if I can avoid it. So what I'm going to do, the cheap's way, is just fold it like that. So that's roughly it. Move that bit over a bit more like that. And then that one comes around like that. Yeah, that's into 3. And then just move them down. Because I don't know if people got rulers, so this is probably better, you're not having to measure anything. So once you've done that, you've got to do exactly the same the other way. You want to, what you're aiming for is for 9 squares in your piece of paper. Yeah, that's right. And then, so you've got 9 squares. Okay. And then you want to fold the top corner up to the top corner like that. Find where the corner meets. Here. Where this square meets. That's it, right? Like this. It's not necessary, I'm just doing it so you can see what is what. Right, your 9 squares. You fold this one up to that top corner. Do it this way. That means the pattern's going to be on the inside, but I'm just doing this to show you. You want to get from that pinch and across, but you don't want to go right across. On the other side, pinch across. You want to keep this square as flat as possible. And you do exactly the same again. Pinch, pinch. So you pinch that one and that one. Then you open it up, and this corner's got to go to there. And then you just pinch that bit across to like that side. And again, I'll show you, go all the way around, do that. Corner to the top, pinch to the side, pinch to the side, pinch to the side. And then you open it up, turn it over, and what should happen, you should just tease these in. As I said, you can't do this with photocopied paper. So just tease them in, and then eventually, God willing, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is where you've got to be patient. You just got to go round and tease it. Round and tease it. There we are, it's going now. That, it's going in, it's going in, it's going in, it's going in. You end up with your star. And then these fold and fold. And the last one, you fold them all in, the last one folds in on itself. That's your little packet. But you would do it the other way, so you'd have, well, because you could do it that way, you could put perhaps a little picture on there. Right, that's that one. Okay, I won't demonstrate them all, I'll just show you what I've got. But I thought I'd demonstrate that one if I had some paper cut out. I suppose I could demonstrate. This is the large, could be a flower pot. You could stick flowers up, but it's a handbag. It's meant to be a handbag, but it doesn't look a bit like a flower pot, doesn't it? You could pretty it up. Put it that way, it looks like a flower pot. I'll do a quick demonstration of this. Again, it's a square of paper, 4 by 4, 8 by 8, 12 by 12. Square of paper, fold it in half, move, turn it over. You want to get this corner here. 12 by 12, a bit big to demonstrate here. This corner here, up to that corner there. This corner here, so you've got the selvage here and the fold here. Open that up to here. Then that one slips inside. And to make it really strong, you just put a bit of glue along there. And then that one slips inside again. And you're going to put a handle on. I've got a piece of one of those fuzzy pipe cleaners. You stick that in with the handbag. And to put in it, you can have sweets, biscuits, anything you fancy, or you can put flowers. And the flowers are here. A section of flowers. So you've got the flowers made with the bottle tops, the milk bottle tops. So that's a plain milk bottle top. I'll pause this and I'll go and get a milk bottle top to show you. Pause. Right, resume recording. Okay, right, so milk bottle tops. Go for plastic milk bottle. Pad, makeup pad. You put it over a circle of material, gather it up underneath. So make sure the circle's bigger than your top by quite a bit. Gather it up. Terrible underneath, but you can always cover that with another piece of material. But just to stitch it over or even glue it, like I've done on this one. So that's one way, milk bottle tops. Second way is a circle of material. Right, circle of material. And what you do is you fold it in half to make this type of one, which is a petal one, smooth petal. You stitch a running stitch around here, and then when you pull your running stitch up together, it makes a softy petal, and you can sort of shape it like I've done here. To make the pointy one, which is this one here, again, a circle of material, you fold it in half, fold it into a quarter, and again a running stitch along there, and you draw the running stitch together and it makes a pointy petal. 5, 6, whatever amount, and then you put a button in the middle and you sew it. And as I said, it's not very neat to start with, so what I always tend to do is put a patch on the back, or even glue a patch of material on the back. Felt's quite good because you don't have to have it will have a won't have a raw edge. That's the word I'm looking for. Won't have a raw edge. This is a button. I had a button which had been pre-covered, so that's quite pretty. If the button's a bit boring, you can always use nail varnish to tidy them, to make them look pretty, or even cover them in paper. I had one here covered in paper, but I dare say it's moved off the desk. Desk's not very big. You wouldn't think it would migrate very far, but it has. Another thing, collect bottle tops, because you can make a Christmas tree out of them. You cover them with the pad, and then you can use even wrapping paper, and then you just glue. So there's no problem. So you put 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and you go down. I think it's about 9. I've got a Christmas tree, and then at the bottom you put a square. Put it so you can see it. That one. 1, 2 like that. 1, 2, 3 like that. There we are. And then the bottom you put a square and then you can put a star on the top. So that, and you just use these material or wrapping paper. Very simple one for Christmas. There we are. That's that. Boxes. Quite a few boxes here. This is pretty table napkins, which I have glued to card, and that one I glued to some paper. And it is what you do. You don't glue it. Actually, what you do is you have foil or greaseproof. Then you put your card. Then you put cling film. There's a little bit of cling film poking through. Then you put your napkin, which you've taken all the layers off. I was going to show you how to do that. I'll have to pause and show you how to do that. Then you put foil again. Actually, foil is quite good because it acts as a heat conductor. Hot iron, then iron over it, or even greaseproof. What you don't want to do is get the plastic on your iron and then go and iron someone's white dress and it'll be ruined. So it's to protect your iron, but also we found foil, it acts as a good heat conductor. One of the women was using a travel iron which didn't get hot, so she put hot foil and it sticks to your card. And then there is a way to, you have to do these pre-folds first, but I won't bore you with that now. But once you've got your pre-folds, you'll box them, a bit like when I did the pouch at the beginning, this one at the beginning. There is pre-folds, you've got to know. Origami is all pre-folds, and you just put it in. So there's a little box there. If you know the measurements, you can make one a little bit bigger. You've got a lid. There's two little boxes, and that's what I did with this one as well. There we are. There is another one with, this is photocopy paper. That's a bigger, deeper box. But if when we've exhausted those, I'll show you how to do this. This is done a completely different way, but these are done with squares of paper. This is done with a length of paper. Right, moving on, I'll go to my little book. This is my Create Your Own Happiness, which I do. It's one of my junk journals I've been making, that I did with the women. It's my reference book. These are little envelopes with squares of paper. You fold them up. And then self-folding, so that bit goes in there. No, it doesn't, because that bit goes in there. Yeah, like that. Yeah. So doing it upside down. This is little dresses I made. And with the dresses, you can make coats. And I've got a dress here, which I showed you earlier, Vicky. I'll show you too. Again, it's a square of paper. And then you fold it, fold it, and fold it, and fold it, and fold it, and fold it. And then you can put it, you can make coats as well to go with them. So you've got little dresses and little coats. I haven't folded that one correctly. It would help if you folded it correctly, Heather. You've got the idea. That's a coat. You make coats and dresses, and then you can fancy them up. Oh, that one go back in. You've got a little dress. Okay, the only thing I haven't made is a head to go in it. Oh well, so coats and dresses. Then you can make bodices, and then you can add a nice circle of material on the bottom to make a sort of princess dress. This I put some nail varnish glue stuff on, but it's stuck to the paper. And this one I've tarted up, and there's a lace here to make like a ballerina. So there's bodice again. It's a square of paper. Again, a square of paper. These are hearts. So this heart I've done in old music paper, and you can make them to book pages again. Origami square. You can then tuck this bit up to make a tag to stick on a present, or you can leave it open. I leave them open. That's another one you can do. Oh, these are good. Mother's Union loves making these. These are sort of card concertina book. So it does up like that, and then you open it, and this is 3 squares of paper, 3 squares of paper stuck together. Piece of card, piece of I think this is cereal box, and a bit of scrap material. Keep how you tie. And these, what you can do, you can put pictures in the big squares and write sentiments and make cards. Have them just as a little notebook, something to stick in your handbag, and that folds up like a nice little Mother's Day present. You can put pictures of you, your children, and it just ties up. That's that one. These are mini handbags. Those are like the big handbag I made. Yeah, these are diddy ones, and this is on a paper clip. So I've made that as a paper clip. You can also have it as a gift tag. They're the tiny ones. And I think that's it in this book. Yep. I've done now envelopes. I make envelopes. This is I'm keeping all my big tags in here, but it's a sheet of paper, and like I said, it's the size of this desk. It's strange how things migrate. Oh, there it is. Sheet of paper. You fold it. Fold that piece up, that piece down, so you've got like a envelope. You round the edges. I'll show you how to do that, and then you hole punch all the way round, along the top, down the sides and round, and then you pretty thread. And I've stuck some buttons on. So that's that one. Nearly to the end now. Collect your loo rolls. Got loads of things you can do with loo rolls. This is one I did for Christmas with the women. This is not my best one. I'll see if I can find my best one and send you a picture. And you can stick sweets in it or whatever. It's a Christmas star. Snippets. A length of sheeting. Well, this is roller blind. I had to cut the end of the roll because it was too big. I kept it, and what I've done, I've sewn on this, but you can just glue. But any bit of rubbish, I've got stamps here, I've got cuttings when I've made dresses, anything, you know, and even sweet papers you can put on it. Just put any, and you know, just do it as you go along. No rhyme nor reason. You see that it's getting thinner and thinner here. Pieces of old wool, just put it on and roll it up and forget it. And then when you want to make a pretty tag, you just cut them out and you stick them on. These aren't the ones I cut out. That's what I would do. I'd cut that out, and I like that one on India. Actually, that one, stick that on there. Cut it out, and you've got a ready-made. Ah, here we are. You have got ready-made bits and bobs. And that, a few more. There. So either. I think that was about it. I can't see anything. Oh, buttons. That's the buttons. Buttons you can do loads with. You know, take a miserable old button and you know, I've covered it with a book page here. It's a bit interesting. Put some fancy nail varnish in. You don't have to buy the expensive stuff that they do for putting pearl drops on. I'm sure nail varnish is just as good. Yeah, this is a blue nail varnish I used on one of the buttons. There, I think that's it. If there's anything I've left out, Vicky, just send me a text and I will do it. Okay, bye now.